It's time for the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And good morning and welcome to Moberly Area Community College for the MSHSAA Class 2 quarterfinals here on TribCast. Mark Froelich here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth getting ready for men's Class 2 quarterfinal action as the Clopton Hawks coming into this ball game with a record of 23-6, the District 6 champions, fresh off their win in the sectional over Ellsbury in overtime, taking on the 20-8 Harrisburg Bulldogs, the District 8 champions, and they have been playing pretty good basketball as of late, taking out two of the top 10 teams in the final regular season poll that came out in mid-February. We'll talk more about that as we go along. Huge crowd here in this 2,500-seat arena at Moberly Area Community College, and it should be loud here tonight as the Clopton Hawks take on Harrisburg, and we'll continue with the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame after this on thepeoplestribune.com. Whether buying or selling a home, business, or property, you'll need the services of a qualified real estate professional. Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana can help with every step of the buying or selling process. Contact Penrod Real Estate at 754-6922 or stop by their office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana and see how their friendly professional staff can make your dreams come true. Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana, a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Whether you are ready for a retirement home or care recovering from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana can provide assisted living to keep you active, safe, and healthy. Lynn's Heritage House offers a beautiful country setting, private and semi-private rooms with bathroom, a low resident-to-staff ratio, is Medicaid accepted with an RN available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ask about the Legacy, the special care unit for Alzheimer's patients. Elegant, affordable assisted living. Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana.
Mid-America Auto and Towing, your one stop for complete automotive services, including new tires with wholesale pricing. A great line of used cars and trucks are available with financing for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models. Now, Mid-America Auto and Towing is your local U-Haul headquarters. Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, call 324-9919.
Danny Orff Contracting, Pike County and surrounding areas construction and remodeling experts. At Danny Orff Contracting, we specialize in construction and remodeling contractor services. We offer free estimates. We have back-to-back scheduling to complete the job promptly and professionally, on time and on budget. If you have a construction project in mind, turn to Danny Orff Contracting. Call today at 573-470-4925.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
Teams back on the floor getting ready for this Class 2 quarterfinal, and big crowd here for this ball game. Before we get into what's going to happen in this ball game, let's talk about what these teams have done. Both have knocked out members of the top 10 from the last Class 2 poll, which came out February 16th. That was the last regular season poll put out by the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association. And this Harrisburg team, they knocked off Salisbury, the Class 2 number 4 team in the sectionals, 80-70. They love to score, knocking out Salisbury, who was just at 3 losses on the season prior to that. They also, this Harrisburg team, knocked out the number 10 team, Eugene, back in the District 8 championship. So they've knocked out 2 of the top 10. Clopton knocked out Knox County. They were number 6 at the last poll, 19-4 at that time. And Clopton knocked them out in the semifinals of the District 6 tournament. And that kind of leads me to where we are, because Coach Craig Smith for the Hawks compares this Harrisburg team a lot to that Knox County team. Says they do a lot of the same things. This Harrisburg team shoots a little better, but if you have a game plan for Knox County, you pretty much have a game plan for this Harrisburg team. You just got to disrupt them, make them uncomfortable when they're shooting, because they can shoot with a hand in their face, so it's going to have to be a little bit tougher than just a hand in the face for Clopton defensively here this afternoon. Okay, so who's left? only 2 of the top 10 teams from that last poll are left, and that's the number 1 team, Hartville, and the number 3 team, Wellington Napoleon. They're the only 2, and they're both in action today. Moran takes on Hartville at 1 o'clock at Three Rivers Community College. Sacred Heart plays Wellington Napoleon, so they're both on the same side of the bracket. So both those teams could be eliminated today, or both could be into the semifinal to play each other at the Hearn Center on the Thursday the 9th at 3:20. So that's this coming Thursday, 3:20 at the Hearn Center. One of those, or both of those teams will play if they win today. Clopton, if they win today, will play at the Hearn Center at 5 o'clock on Thursday, the 9th of March. And they'll take on either Greenwood or Crane, who play at 1 o'clock at the O'Reilly Family Event Center in Springfield. Greenwood 25-3, Crane 18-10 on the season, so Greenwood comes into that ball game as the favorite. If Clopton advances and wins on Thursday, they'll play in the championship on Saturday, a week from today, March 11th at 6:20 at Mizzou Arena. The third place game is March 10th, so Friday at 6 o'clock at Mizzou Arena. So that's what's going on next weekend if Clopton can advance in this Class 2 state tournament. We'll take a quick break, talk about what Coach Steve Combs had to say about this upcoming ball game as we continue with the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
High school sports and Pepsi have gone hand in hand for as long as one can remember. Pepsi is proud to support our area high school teams this year and proud to be a part of another postseason run. Come along, enjoy the ride, and be sure to raise an ice-cold Pepsi for these amazing student athletes. Here's to a great tournament from Pepsi Cola Bottling of Bowling Green.
The friendly and caring staff at Advanced Eye Care have just one goal in mind: to provide professional eye care for the entire family. From comprehensive eye exams to management of glaucoma and cataracts, refractive surgery to specialty contact lenses, you can count on Advanced Eye Care to provide vision for a lifetime. 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Winfield, and Troy, or visit online at aecmo.com. Doctors Denise Harvey and Jessica Downs and staff hope to see you soon at Advanced Eye Care.
Meyer Implement Company, your Kubota dealer in Bowling Green, invites everyone to attend this week's postseason games. As an authorized Kubota dealer, Meyer Implement is proud to offer a full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, construction equipment, and mowers to make life a little easier on the farm or in your backyard. Proudly serving the area since 1939, Meyer Implement Company is proud to help sponsor this year's tournament on TribCast. Here's to a great week from your Kubota dealer, Meyer Implement Company of Bowling Green.
Hair care for the entire family. That's PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can make everybody look their best. Walk-ins always welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ's Salon is your full-service salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in soon at PJ's Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
As Harrisburg heads back to the locker room for final instructions from Coach Steve Combs. Talked to Steve before the game. Of course, he started. His first coaching job was at Louisiana High School. He's the high school principal at Harrisburg this year. His last as high school principal. He'll be the superintendent next year of schools at Harrisburg. So congratulations to Coach Combs on that promotion. Didn't ask if it's going to affect his status here with the team or not. He dealt with some injuries early on his Harrisburg team, but now they're healthy and playing fun basketball, according to Coach Combs. They push it on both ends. Pressure defense, much like what Knox County had to put against Clopton. And Coach Craig Smith said he hopes they play a man today. He's prepared for the man, but knows that they do play some zone as well. He is... So we'll see what the Hawks do if they can start a little bit better than they did. They're in their home whites in this ball game. They were in the road blacks up in Hannibal the other night. So Harrisburg in their road reds trimmed in white. We'll take another break, come back with your starting lineups and tonight's game officials as we can cooperative TribCast pregame.
State licensed and Medicare, Medicaid certified, Moore Pike Nursing Home in Bowling Green is where people really care. Serving the area for 50 years, Moore Pike Nursing Home provides long-term care, constant monitoring, and 24-hour-a-day availability of doctors, nurses, and care aides. Call for more information, 573-324-5281. Moore Pike Nursing Home, 300 South St. Charles in Bowling Green. Wishing the best to all in this year's postseason competition. Martha Moore and Pam Meyer, administrators.
Is your slow internet driving you crazy? Don't suffer any longer. Exceed Internet delivers download speeds up to 12 megs, 4 times faster than average DSL. It's a whole new ballgame from yesterday's satellite internet, and it's available right now in our area. Exceed Internet comes directly to your home or business from satellite. So stop waiting and wishing for high-speed internet. Exceed is available from your local dealer today.
See Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green for details. 1300 Business 61 South, 324-3722. Serving Pike County for nearly 70 years, Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana is proud to support our area high school sports teams. Collier Funeral Home salutes the accomplishments and hard work of our student athletes this season. Here's to a great state tournament from Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana. Collier Funeral Home, helping families connect, honor, and remember.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
Welcome back to Moberly Area Community College in the MSHSAA Class 2 men's quarterfinals here on TribCast. The winner goes to the Final Four in Columbia starting on Thursday this coming week. So let's get these Clopton Hawks in there and check our starting lineups, brought to you by the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Online at pikecountyhealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors. First for the Harrisburg Bulldogs, they're 20-8, coached by Steve Combs. They are the Class 2 District 8 champion and defeated the number 4 team, Salisbury, in the state sectional the other night. They'll start number 11, a 5'8 junior, Cody Carl. Number 21 gets a start. He's a senior, Brendan Gray. Number 33, a 6'2 senior, Trey Freeman, gets a start tonight. Number 42, a 6'2 senior, Taylor Bottomley. And number 44, he's the coach's son, a 6'4 junior, Cade Combs, gets the start tonight. So again, it's Carl, Gray, Freeman, Bottomley, and Combs for Harrisburg. For the Clopton Hawks, they're 23-6, coached by Craig Smith. They are the Class 2 District 6 champions and won the sectional over Ellsbury in overtime by 2 points the other night. So they'll start number 15, a 5'10 junior, Landon Hall. Number 20 gets a start, a 5'8 senior, Kevin Hammett. Number 24, a 5'9 senior, Mark Frank, gets the start tonight. Number 35, a 5'11 senior, Colin Lockard. And number 40, a 6'1 senior, Stephen Talbert. So again, it's Hall, Hammett, Frank, Lockard, and Talbert, your starters for the Clopton Hawks. And those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services your Pike County Health Department offers at pikecountyhealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors. Tonight's game officials are brought to you by Advanced Eye Care in Bowling Green, Troy, and Winfield. The referees for this game are Mike Hackman, Lucas Branson, and Mark Cooley. So Hackman, Branson, and Cooley, your three-man crew for tonight, brought to you by Advanced Eye Care, vision for a lifetime. Our Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip here from Moberly is coming up in just minutes. It's time for the quarterfinals. The MSHSAA Class 2 men's quarterfinal basketball game between Harrisburg and your Clopton Hawks is coming up next, right here on the peoplestribune.com.
This is TribCast, coverage of the Missouri State High School Activities Association Class 2 State Basketball Tournament. The Clopton Hawks, in the MSHSAA State Quarterfinal from the People's Tribune newspaper, are brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance agents Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, and Paul Shukarn in Bowling Green, by Community State Bank, Lacrosse Lumber Company, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Advanced Eye Care, by Sparks Maintenance, Contracting, Heating and Cooling, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, Sterling Lumber Company, by Family Health Pharmacies, Pike County Memorial Hospital, County Market in Louisiana, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC, by Wharf Construction, Abel's Quick Shops, Lynn's Heritage House, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Meyer Implement Company, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction. By PJ Salon. Danny Orff General Contracting. Pepsi Cola Bottlers of Bowling Green. Moore Pike Nursing Home. Mid-America Auto and Towing. Collier Funeral Home. Cellular and Satellite Center. By Penrod Real Estate. Tax and Accounting Solutions. And by the Marla Reed Insurance Agency. Now, Clopton Hawks postseason basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
And welcome to Moberly Area Community College. Good afternoon. Mark Froelich here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth, getting ready for the men's MSHSAA Class 2 quarterfinal between the Clopton Hawks, who are going to their bench right now, and the Harrisburg Bulldogs, who just went to their bench. We're just about ready for introductions on the floor in the national anthem, so we'll take a break. Come back with your Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip. It's just minutes away here on TribCast.
Reed Insurance Agency, your one stop for all your insurance needs. Home, health, life, auto, crop, and all your business needs. With many years of experience, let Marla at Reed Insurance Agency give you a free quote. Stop in and talk to Reed Insurance Agency at 1500 Business Highway 54, Bowling Green, or call 573-324-3500. Proud of our area teams this season.
This year, why not let the friendly, experienced staff at Tax and Accounting Solutions in Louisiana take the stress out of doing your taxes? To set up your appointment, just call 754-4647 and rest assured that Tax and Accounting Solutions can be your tax solution. Offering free e-filing, individual and business return preparation, senior citizens credits, and more. Tanya Shepard and her staff will work hard to see that your taxes are done right and at a fair price. Tax and Accounting Solutions, LLC, 812 Georgia in Louisiana. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy electricity from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you're more than a customer. You're a member too. What does that mean? It means you have a say in how things run. It means you have equity in Quiver River when there's money left after expenses each year. It means that helping you save electricity is important because we're in this together. It means you have more than safe, reliable energy. You have power. You have people. Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those they serve. CUIVRE.com.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Pike County Home Health can provide skilled home health services for homebound patients of Pike County. I'm Peggy Summers. Our agency offers a team approach with a registered nurse coordinating needed services. Home health services include skilled nursing, home health aid, social services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and a certified diabetic program. We do dressing changes, IV therapy, monitor medications, do diabetic foot care, and many other services.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, equal housing lender.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Well, doing the alternating starters as they introduce them to the crowd here. Our old friend from Montgomery County, David Gaines, the PA announcer here this afternoon at Moberly Area Community College. Good to see Dave. And we're just about ready for our Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip here from a packed activities center at Moberly Area Community College. Just about done with the introductions. I think total 2 more players to be introduced. 1 for each side as they introduce Cody Carl to this crowd. Boy, Harrisburg, they traveled well to this ball game. They're pretty well full up, about 2/3 of their section. Clopton has the section right in front of us pretty well full, and a smaller student section. It's filled up a little bit, though. I see some of the Clopton Lady Hawks in there. Well, we're ready for basketball here, the Class 2 men's quarterfinal. The Hawks against the Bulldogs. Of course, mentioned Steve Combs started with another set of Bulldogs, the Louisiana Bulldogs, way back when. Time for our opening tip, brought to you by Lacrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to start your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company, getting the job done. There's the horn. We're ready for basketball. It'll be number 44, Cade Combs, jumping center against Stephen Talbert. Talbert against Combs. Referee comes in from the far side. And our Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip is won by Talbert. Back to Kevin Hammett, so the first possession goes to the Hawks. Here's Mark Frank with it from the free throw line, kicks it back to Stephen Talbert, now to Kevin Hammett on the far side. Hammett almost to the free throw line, gives it to Colin Lockard, who is in foul trouble. And a call down low. It's going to be against the Bulldogs, and it is against Cade Combs. So an early foul away from the ball as they jockey for position. Here's Frank off the inbound, he's good. We'll see Clopton play a little full court defense to the far side with it. To Brendan Gray, now back up top through Combs to the near side. Skip pass, far side, had to be saved, goes to the floor, and we're gonna have a foul. No, gonna have an out of bounds call. They say Bottomley went out, no foul committed. And the Hawks get it back, leading 2-0. We played 40 seconds here in the opening quarter of this Class 2 quarterfinal. Here's Kevin Hammett with it for the Hawks. To the near side for Mark Frank. Frank will take the 3. That one is offline. Talbert the rebound is put back and he's fouled. That's going to go against Trey Freeman. His first, team's second. And to the line goes Stephen Talbert. Talbert, first free throw shooter of the night. And the first one is good. So the Hawks lead it 3-0. Second shot is no good. And the rebound picked up by Troy Freeman. He'll hand it off to Cody Carl to bring up the floor. Carl into the offensive end for Harrisburg. Kicks it down low. Shot off the glass is good. That's Taylor Bottomley to make it 3-2 in favor of Clopton. Here's Frank. Kicks it back to Talbert. Stephen over to the far side for Kevin Hammett. Hammett going to find his way to the net. He's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks, but a statement defensively for Harrisburg. Talbert gets the inbound, hands it off for Frank. Now to Colin Lockard. Lockard. Ball goes to the floor. Has to give it up to Talbert. Now to Landon Hall. Talbert and Hall, co-players of the game in the sectional. To Mark Frank. Over to the far side for Kevin Hammett. Hammett back up top for Landon Hall. Hall trying to find some space. He scoops one and it's knocked out of bounds. Another big block, this one by Trey Freeman. It'll stay with the Hawks again. Long possession here. Here's Frank off the inbound. He's good. Mark Frank. And Here comes Harrisburg with speed. Ball stolen away by Hammett. Hammett, lost control. Lockhart got it back, but he's out of bounds. It'll go back to Harrisburg. Hammett looked up to see who was with him, and he lost the handle on the ball. Bounce pass gets Harrisburg into the offensive end. Skip pass near side, out of bounds, back to the Hawks. So Harrisburg, the ones that have the butterflies, at least on the offensive end so far. Here's Lockhart with it. Gives up his dribble, now gives up the ball to Mark Frank. Frank, bounce pass back to Talbert. Talbert to the hoop. No, he's fouled. And he'll go back to the line. He's 1 for 2 from that position tonight. 1 point in the ball game. So Talbert at the line for the second time, and this one goes. 6-2 is the Clopton lead. And Talbert is 2 of 3 shooting. Second shot for Steven is good. That one rattles down. He's got 3 points tonight. And it's a 5-point Clopton Hawk lead. Ball goes to the floor, tied up, still loose, and now it is officially tied up. It'll go with Harrisburg this time on the alternating arrow. 5:23 to go here in the opening quarter. Played a lot of basketball in 2.5 minutes. Hawks with the lead. Cody Carl with the ball for Harrisburg. Carl angles to the far side, and there's a foul whistled. And it's on Landon Hall, the first against the Hawks, away from the ball. 7-2 Clopton leads here in the first quarter. Inbound goes to the far side for Trey Freeman. Now back up top for Brandon Gray. Gray goes to the dribble, has a little trouble. Hammett on him, giving off to Cade Combs. Combs trying to find the baseline, and another foul whistle. This one's going to be against Talbert, his first, and the team's second foul on this possession against the Hawks. But they're making things uncomfortable. Here's Carl on the inbound, gets it near side for Freeman. Skips it across the lane. Shot from the baseline's no good. And out of bounds, it's going to stay with Harrisburg as Hall and Talbert both went for the ball. One off one of them and out of bounds. So Harrisburg a free possession here on the defensive miscommunication. It's the near side. That's Brendan Gray in the corner. Gray kicks it to the center lane. Down low. Shot off the glass is good. For number 42, Taylor Bottomley. He's got all 4 of their points. Long pass. Lockhart's going to slow things up to Hammett. Goes down low. Talbert thought about the 3, steps inside, puts up the shot. It's good. Steven Talbert is first shot to go from the field, but he's got 5 points. That leads the Hawks right now as they lead the ball game 9-4. Jamin Graham getting ready to check in for the Hawks. Bounce pass to the far side from Cody Carl. Now back up top for Combs, and we're going to have a foul. Another foul against the Hawks. And that's the second on Landon Hall. Kuntz and Graham come in. Hammett and Hall take a breather. And Cody Carl to inbound. Gets it up top for Cade Combs. Combs will take the tray. That one is no good. Rebound pulled in by Graham, fresh off the bench. Almost carried the ball, but he gets across the line without a whistle. Graham, good job feeling the backside pressure. Gets it to Talbert. No, but a foul will send Steven back to the line. That's Bottomley's second. And the shot is no good for Talbert. His second miss tonight in 5 tries. I think that was actually Bottomley's first. Second shot, no good. And the rebound pulled in by Freeman for Harrisburg, and they're on the run. They'll slow it up as they get to the line. Free throw line, gets it down low to Combs. Stolen away by Graham. Good job stepping back and collecting himself. It's not something sophomore or junior Jamin Graham would have done. Here's a three. It's no good. Rebound out high through the feet and picked up finally by Talbert right in front of the sideline and the Harrisburg bench. Ball punched away from Graham momentarily. He gets it back and is able to dribble over to Kuntz. Now to Frank. Center of the lane and stolen away. Lockard tried to hit Talbert. Good defensive play by Harrisburg. Long pass to Combs in the front court. Kuntz back to defend him. They kick it far side. That's Cody Carl. Lob pass now for Freeman, and it's out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. 2:59 to go in the first. From the corner on the inbound, that's a three, and it's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Talbert. Stayed out there for a while, and Steven on the run. Trying to go coast to coast, he does, and scores. Steven Talbert with two more. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on Jamin Graham near center court as he went for the steal. That's his first and the team's fourth foul on the Hawks here in the first quarter. 2:43 still to go. Carl gets it to Cade Combs. Almost stolen. It is stolen. Here comes Kuntz off the Graham steal. Puts it off the glass. That should be goaltending, but it's not called. Goes to the floor again. Still piling on. Loose in the corner and out of bounds off Harrisburg. What work by Kuntz, Scott Kuntz. Bodies flying all over the place. Scott getting it done. Here's Frank. On the inbound, gets it to Jamin Graham. Graham back to Mark Frank. He surveys the scene. Center of the lane for Lockard. Shot wasn't there for him. Gets it back now for Jamin Graham. Makes a couple of moves. Now gets it to the far side for Scott Kuntz. Scott works it to the baseline for Talbert. Back to Scott Kuntz. Crossover. Gets to the hoop. He's partially blocked and taken away by Combs. Here's Combs to the free throw line. One-hand looper isn't good. Talbert the rebound. Kicks it down low. Try to get it back. He's blocked into the corner and out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Hawks, but boy, they have shown that they can swat pretty much anything away from these Hawks so far. Clopton, as Colton James comes into the ballgame, a 5'9" junior for Harrisburg. He'll replace Cade Combs. Minute 44 to go in the first. Jamin Graham off the inbound, the three. That one's long. Rebound, Mark Frank got it. Gets it to Lockard. No. Cut it too fine. And on the break, here comes Harrisburg. Back the other way to the hoop. Good. That's Cody Carl. His first 2 points tonight. Just got him to fall, and it's a 5-point game with a minute 22 to go in the quarter. There's Talbert to Graham. Jamin Graham. Couple of spin moves on Colton James. Gets it back to Kuntz over to the far side now for Mark Frank. Lost it. Back to Kuntz. His three is good. Scott Kuntz having himself a first quarter. Slowly up the floor with a minute left in the first quarter are the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Here's Colton James over to the far side for Cody Carl. Carl, good move inside out, and a foul whistled. How's that going to... He was looking backwards to pass. That should not be a shooting foul. That's the second on Talbert. He was looking back to pass it back to the point when the foul was called. How is that a shooting foul? Regardless, it puts Cody Carl at the line, and the first shot is good. 3 straight points for Cody Carl. As Talbert checks out with 47.6 seconds to go in the quarter. second shot for Cody Carl, the 5'8 junior, is up and good. Makes it 14-8. Jamin Graham, heavy pressure on him as they play a man or an aggressive zone. Here's Graham, he's good for three. Jamin Graham, his first 3 points tonight. And here's James across the line. To the near side for Combs, his floater's no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, it's gonna go to the Hawks. As Ethan Sublett would trade the out of bounds for that foul that possibly could have been called on that play. Here's Frank, across the line, 17 seconds to go in the corner. He stops, pops way too hard off the glass. Long pass ahead, it's going to go out of bounds with still 10 seconds to go out. I'm not sure what he was thinking. That was Ethan Sublett trying to hit a full court shot with 10 seconds on the clock. Now 8.2, Hammett back into the ball game. Christian Jenkins will replace Combs this time. Here's Graham, 7 seconds on the clock. He's going to have to hurry. He's across the line. Jamin Graham, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Colin Lockhart. That's his first. 1.9 seconds to go. 6-team foul, so the next one will be 1-and-1s early in the second quarter. Boy, late start on that horn, and they almost cashed in as Carl puts one off the rim to end the first quarter. We've played 8 minutes here in the MSHSAA Class 2 state quarterfinal. Back in a moment with more from Moberly Area Community College on TribCast.
Winter wind is upon us. No need to shiver in the cold inside. Stop by your local LaCrosse Lumber Company and check out their complete line of new construction and replacement windows and doors. Bad and blown-in insulation to cut down on those high heating bills and help your family feel warm and cozy all season long. Getting the job done. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green, Louisiana, Vandalia, and Clarksville, where project pricing and blueprint service are always available.
Since 1949, Sterling Lumber Company of Louisiana has been proud to serve the area, buying all species of standing timber. With the help of its hard-working employees, Sterling Lumber Company is looking forward to generations of success in the future. Ever-growing, Sterling Lumber Company now has 4 sawmills to better serve you. Give Sterling Lumber a call for more information. Remember, they buy all species of standing timber and will pay 100% before cutting. Sterling Lumber, Highway 54 West, Louisiana.
Video coverage of this MSHSAA Class 2 quarterfinal brought to you courtesy of Abel's Quick Shops. They're just down the road. Past more than a few of them on the way to Moberly here this morning. Here's Mark Frank with it. We'll get you a check of the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated as we go along here in this opening quarter. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds. Ask Akey and Ken Feeds. Crop Insurance and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. Here's Graham with it. Turnaround shot for Kuntz, and that one rolls down. Scott Kuntz continues his good play. He's got 5 points now. Almost taken away, and it is taken away by Kuntz momentarily. Goes to the floor. Graham picks it up, and he's on the run. Down low, off the glass. Frank, no. Put back, no. Here's another one for Lockhart. He puts it up, no, but a foul will send Colin Lockhart to the line. Good work by the Hawks after the initial miss. All right. 4 points each for Cody Carl and Taylor Bottomley in the first quarter for Harrisburg. That's all they're scoring. They're 2 for 2 from the line. For Clopton, they're 3 of 6 shooting free throws, all of them by Stephen Talbert. He's got 7 points, 3 for Jamin Graham. That shot's good, making a 12-point lead. Lockhart's first point tonight. 4 points for Mark Frank, and now 5 for Scott Kuntz. There's your 20 points for the Hawks. Will he make it 21? No, he's 1 of 2. And the rebound pulled in by Trey Freeman. Scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, YoungEnterprisesInc.com, and it's stolen away. Good work by Hammett and Kuntz. Across to Graham, off the glass, and good. Jamin Graham, and a timeout taken by Coach Combs. And the Bulldogs, they trail it 22-8 here early in the second quarter. 1 minute gone in quarter number 2. Back in a moment with more on TribCast.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional stands ready to defend your home's comfort. Because when the temperature falls, Bryant turns up the heat efficiently.
Your protectors are Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Heating and Cooling in Bowling Green at 106 Business Highway 61 North, 324-6500, sparksheatingandcooling.com.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Make a resolution to have more fun this year. Get to the Polaris New Year sales event now for rebates up to $2,000 on high-performance Razors, hard-working Rangers, and legendary Sportsman ATVs. Plus, get financing as low as 3.99% for 36 months at Hayden's Motorsports Center, Highway 61 North in Frankfort, 784-2559. Offer valid in U.S. subject to credit approval and valid on new 2012 through 2017 models. Offer valid 1/1/17 through 2/28/17. See Hayden's Motorsports for details. Off-road vehicles can be hazardous to operate. Always wear a helmet and take a safety training course.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Keep your foot on the pedal, boys. 22-8, Clopton leads here. Minute gone in the second quarter. They go to the far side. Shot put up for three. That one's no good. Rebound pulled in by Harrisburg. Putback is good. That's number 33, Trey Freeman, his first 2 points tonight. Pulls him within 12. Graham, the defense is getting tough now. We're going to have a tie-up or a foul. It's going to go to Harrisburg on the tie-up. Carl with it in the backcourt. Gets it to Combs. Skips it to the far side. Colin Lockard was clotheslined. Ball goes to the floor. Still loose. Taken away by the Hawks. Graham being hounded in the backcourt. Turns on the Jets. Gets it to the far side. Frank into the corner for Hammett. Back to Graham. Big time pressure. Here's Kuntz. He'll put one up. No, but a foul. Going to send Scott Kuntz to the line. He's got 5 points tonight. First trip to the free throw line for Scott Kuntz. First shot short for Kuntz as the Hawks' struggles from the free throw line continue. Let's hit the second one, Scott. Nearly 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter, 6:02 on the clock. Second shot is good. 13-point advantage, and he's got 6 points tonight. To the near side for Combs. Back across to Carl. Back to Combs. Works it down low. To the free throw line, stolen away by Graham. Knocked ahead to Frank. It's a 2-on-1. He goes to the hoop, and he's blocked. And we're going back the other way with Harrisburg. And that is an easy layup on the other end for Trey Freeman to cut the Clopton lead to 11. Frank in trouble at the line, gets it back to Kuntz. Harrisburg coming alive. He'll put up the shot. Long, rebound. And they're on the fast break again as Carl is taken down by Jamin Graham. That's Graham's second. And a 1-and-1 coming for Cody Carl, and he's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. You don't want to get into a track meet with this Harrisburg team. They are dangerous. They've always got someone on the backside cherry picking his way up the floor. Shot's good. He earns a second. 10-point game. 5 points this afternoon for Cody Carl. Second shot. He puts that one down as well. Single-digit lead for the Hawks after they were just up by 14. Take a breath. Over to the far side for Jamin Graham. Graham going to go to the dribble. And fouled from behind by number 21, Brendan Gray. His first. And that'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity. for Jamin Graham. So Jamin at the line. His first trip there tonight, up for a 1-and-1, and he hits the first. Back to a 10-point Clopton advantage. 4 points on the night. 6 points on the night for Jamin. Second shot. Hit that one as well. They're not going to want to foul Jamin if he can keep up that, as he hits his first two. Carl to the far side as they continue to work those long passes into the offensive end. High post, that shot no good. Rebound knocked around. Coming up with it is Harrisburg, and Ethan Sublett gets his first 2 points tonight. Graham, good spin move, gets him across the line. Still pressure on him, gets it to the far side for Hammett. Hammett, free throw line, kicks it down to Mark Frank. Across the lane, shot blocked by the Lockard shot was blocked. And back the other way, no, at the other end, and then fouled is Jamin Graham. They gonna say a foul or nope, just out of bounds off of Harrisburg. Interesting. That surely went off of Jamin. Ball tipped, stolen by Carl to Combs. And a blocking foul called on Lockard. Didn't quite get set, that's his second. And Combs will go to the line for a 1-and-1. He took a big hit. Combs still looking for his first point tonight as Hall and Talbert come back in. They'll replace Lockard and Jamin Graham. Here's Combs at the line. His first shot is short, so he doesn't earn the second. Still no points for Combs. Hall in the backcourt. Gives up his dribble. Someone's got to come back and help. And a timeout taken by the Hawks with 4:19 to go in the second quarter. Their lead is 9 over Harrisburg in this men's Class 2 state quarterfinal on thepeoplestribune.com.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
That horn is loud. Clopton ball in front of the scorer's table. After the timeout, they go back to Landon Hall. Hall keeps his dribble across the line this time to Mark Frank. Frank gets it to Talbert. Talbert going to drive. Taken away from behind. Carl got a hand in there, knocked it away from Steven. And here come the Bulldogs with Combs. Combs is bumped. That's going to be the third on Steven Talbert, and he'll be replaced. Hand check. 1-and-1 coming, and right back off the bench is Jamin Graham. So Talbert checks out. Second game in a row, one of the starters has had 3 fouls before the half. Talbert gets him with just a quarter and a half played. Combs just missed one, he hits this one. Earns the second. Down to an 8-point lead for the Hawks. Led by as many as 14 here in the first half. Second shot. That one's good. Lead is dwindling for Clopton. Here's Hall with it. Stops, gets to Hammett. Hammett back to Hall. To the free throw line for Kuntz. Gets it to Kevin Hammett into the corner for Frank. Back to Hammett. To Jamin Graham for 3. That one's short, and the rebound, and we're going to have a foul on Mark Frank, his first. And 2 shots coming for Harrisburg, and back to the line is Combs. He just hit 2 after missing his first one. So Combs back to the line, 2 of 3 shooting free throws. That's all his points, and he hits this one. Back into the ball game is Taylor Bottomley. He replaces Connor McBride. To make it a 5-point game, the shot is good. 4 of 5 now, Combs from the free throw line. Kind of reminds you of Trevor Anthony, and they say over and back. No way. No way. The ball never came back, but I guess they said his feet were still behind the line, which is the right call. 5-point game, Harrisburg with the free possession. Here's the three, it's good. That's Combs. He's got the last 7 points, and it's a 2-point game. Clopton got to keep that foot on the gas. Here's Kuntz. He's been good in this first half. Gets it down to Graham. Graham, where's he going to go? Up to the hoop. Can't sneak it over. Rebound goes to the floor, and a foul going to be called against Harrisburg, and Jamin Graham going to the line. He never gave up on that. The foul's going to be against Ethan Sublett. And Coach Smith doing some coaching today. So Sublett will check out, replaced by Trey Freeman. Jamin Graham at the line for a 1-and-1. 8th team foul against the Bulldogs. 2:59 to go in the half. First one is good. He earns the second. 3-point lead. Eight points for Jamin now. He's the leading scorer. The second shot, good as well. Perfect 4 for 4. The lead is 4. Long pass intercepted by Landon Hall for the Hawks. He'll take it across the line. And a reach-in foul going to be whistled. And Cody Carl can't believe it. It's called on him. And Hall goes to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 19 fouls, so the next one will be double bonus time for Clopton. First shot is good. For Landon Hall, that is point number 1 tonight. Free throw shooting a lot better in the second quarter than it was in the first. A lot better. Carl, hounded by Graham, gets it intercepted by Kuntz. He'll go back to Hammett, and here's Clopton again. Reversal of fortune the last 30 seconds or so. Hawks were on their heels. Now they're the ones forcing mistakes. Here's Kuntz, middle of the lane, too hard off the glass, and the rebound pulled down by Harrisburg, and that one knocked off the top of the head of Carl, out of bounds by Jamin Graham. What work coming back. Carl can't believe it. He's stunned. So the Hawks with the ball back, 2:17 to go in the first half of this ball game. Hammett in the backcourt. Gets it up to Kuntz. Intercepted. Good work by Combs. He's in trouble on a timeout taken by Coach Steve Combs with 2:07 to go. You relax for a split second. This Harrisburg team's right back on you. We'll be back with more first half action after this on TribCast.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Harrisburg ball after their timeout. They go across the way with it to number 21, Brendan Gray. Gray gets it back to Cody Carl. Carl angles to the far side, gives it back to Gray. Gray holds it high, Frank on him. Now to Combs. Combs back to Carl in the near corner. Carl back to Combs beyond three. He steps in, puts up the jumper, and that shot no good. Rebound Harrisburg, that shot no good. Tipped around, put back no, and finally Hall comes away with a rebound and a reach-in foul called against the Bulldogs, and that has Coach Combs hopping up and down. Be a two-shot foul as Clopton enters the double bonus. That's Combs' second personal, and at the line is Landon Hall. Trying to get the Hawks over 30 points here in the first half. The shot, no good. First miss in a while for Clopton. Only the second miss in the quarter. He had been 2 for 2 from the line. The second shot is good. Hawks to 30 and a 7-point lead. They've led by as many as 14. The lead here in the second quarter has been as few as 2. That just a few moments ago. About a minute ago, actually. To the far side, Carl plays catch with Gray. Gray at the point. Kicks it back out to Carl. Carl put up the three. It's good. Oh, my goodness. That's what Coach Smith was talking about. They have to be uncomfortable. They can be covered, but as long as they're comfortable, they're still going to hit the threes. It's a 4-point game now. Here's Hall. For the Hawks to Jamin Graham. Graham to the near side into the corner for Mark Frank. Frank kicks it inside. And a travel called on Landon Hall. He thought the contact was closer. That would have kept him upright. Had to take the step back because the defense backed off. Carl plays that width of the court catch. Kicks it far side. 3-ball is up. That one rims out. No good. And chased down on the near side by Harrisburg. Back to Carl at the point. Into the corner. Here's a three. That one's good for Cade Combs. And it's a 1-point game. His second tray of the quarter. Here come the Hawks back the other way. Reverse layup, good, and a foul. Landon Hall, his first points from the field. Chance to make it a 3-point play. 3-point lead for the Hawks. 17.9 seconds to go. Hall at the line. It's a 3-point play. And a 4-point lead. Final 14 seconds of this first half. Here's Carl. Over to the far side and back up top. 3-ball from the top of the key. That one is short. Rebound pulled down by Harrisburg. Turnaround shot, no good. Rims out, and that's it. We played 2. We have reached the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime here in Moberly. And Clopton leads Harrisburg by a score of 33-29. Back in a minute with the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. County Market in Louisiana invites you to try their all-new Pizza More Take and Bake Pizza. Delicious pizza that's more than a meal, it's an experience. Along with new Pizza More, County Market in Louisiana helps you save big on your weekly grocery shopping. With table fresh produce, quality meats, and a deli department second to none, plus friendly, helpful service. Open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily, County Market on Georgia Street in Louisiana, or online at mycountymarket.com.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What a first half of basketball. These two teams combined for 62 points over the first 16 minutes, and Clopton leads at 33-29. Held an 17-8 lead after one quarter, outscored in the second quarter by Harrisburg 21-16, and these two teams set for a battle in the second half of this ball game. Welcome to the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime here from Moberly Area Community College. The winner of this one will play at 5 o'clock in the semifinals of this Class II tournament at the Hearn Center this Thursday. If they win in that ball game, they'd move on to the championships on Saturday at 6:20 at Mizzou Arena. The third place game will be at 6 o'clock on Friday at Mizzou Arena. So 3 days worth of basketball if Clopton can win this ball game. 3 days worth in Columbia, Missouri. And this will be the final year for a while that the championships are played at Mizzou Arena, as they'll go to the Missouri State campus in Springfield, Missouri, the Hammond Center, coming up next year. So this is the final year at Mizzou Arena and the Hearn Center for a while for the Mission Championships. Boy, what a first half, though. Clopton comes out to the big lead, 7 points in the first quarter for Stephen Talbert. But then the Hawks kind of got mesmerized a bit by the pressure of Harrisburg, committed some fouls. Talbert now with 3 fouls. He's the one in the most trouble. And did not score in the second quarter. So without Talbert scoring, you got to go to some other guys. Jamin Graham off the bench, fantastic in the first half of this ball game. Had 3 points in the first quarter. Followed that up with 4 for 4 shooting from the free throw line down the stretch of the second quarter. He has 9 points. We'll get you a full scoring report here in just a minute. But Jamin has been huge in this ball game. And the second quarter emergence of Landon Hall, as he has finally gone in there and challenged the post players for Harrisburg, trying to draw some fouls himself. Clopton drew a lot of fouls in the final 4 minutes of that first half after they were the ones getting calls against them in the first quarter and a half of this ball game. We'll take a quick break, come back with your Young Enterprises scoring report for the first half. It's Clopton by 4 after 2 quarters, and this is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, Ryan V. Bibb and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
This is the sound of everyday engine threats unleashing their wrath on your engine. Now, this is the sound of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline, providing the best total engine protection you can get. Period. Think all premium fuels are the same? Think again. Choose Shell V-Power Nitro Plus today.
Abel's Quick Shops, we're just down the road.
When you contract with a local company, you're sure to receive friendly, professional service, and that's just what you'll get with Orff Construction. A homegrown company, Orff Construction specializes in residential and commercial projects. a state-certified septic installer, Orf's offers backhoe, skid steer, and excavation services. Call 324-3552 for your next project, and remember, Orf's does basements, grading, and much more. Orf Construction in Bowling Green.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
Let's check our first half scoring, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, AK and Ken Feeds, Hasbro DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. First for the Harrisburg Bulldogs, 8 points in the first quarter, 21 in the second quarter to trail this game by 4. They have 9 points from Cody Carl, 2 from Ethan Sublett, 4 points for Trey Freeman, 4 for Taylor Bottomley, and 10 points from Cade Combs. All of those either coming from the free throw line, where he's 4 of 5, or from the three-point line, where he's hit 2 shots both in the second quarter. For the Clopton Hawks, as Harrisburg returns from the locker room to a big ovation, 6 points for Landon Hall, 6 points for Scott Kuntz, 4 for Mark Frank, 9 for Jamin Graham, a point for Colin Lockard, and 7 for Stephen Talbert. All of those coming in the first quarter, and all but 4 of them coming from the free throw line. Talbert, 3 of 6 shooting free throws. The Hawks, 10 of 13 as a team through 2 quarters. And the Hawks back out from the locker room to warm up for the second half of basketball. We'll take a break. This has been the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by agents Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green here on the PeoplesTribune.com.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at the People's Tribune and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Schuchard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, new and used equipment, parts and service, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Ready for our second half start, brought to you by La Crosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to start your next improvement project is at a location close to you. La Crosse Lumber Company, getting the job done. I believe it'll be the Hawks' ball to start the second half of this ball game. 8 minutes are on the clock. The Hawks, the last to break their huddle. For the Hawks, it'll be Lockard, Hammett, Frank, Graham, and Hall to start the second half. And here is Kevin Hammett. We're picking up the guys packing up basketballs in front of us. So we'll kill the court mic for a second until they disperse. Here's Jamin Graham to the far side for Kevin Hammett. Into the corner. Tried to work it inside. Got it to Landon Hall. He's blocked. And here come Harrisburg, and it's stripped away from Carl. Ends up in the hands of Jamin Graham. Graham to Kevin Hammett. Into the middle of the lane, kick it near side. Here's a 3-ball from Frank, and it rims out. Rebound goes to Combs for Harrisburg. Long pass into the front court. 3-ball is up and good. For number 21, that's Brendan Gray, his first 3 points, and it's a 1-point ball game here at Moberly. Graham, after that tray, with it for the Hawks. Over to the far side for Kevin Hammett. Hammett back up to Jamin Graham. Graham works it into the corner to Landon Hall. Back up for Graham to the far side. Here's Hammett for 3. That one rims out. He has struggled in the postseason shooting trays. Back the other way. Here's Carl from the baseline. Kicks it back up top. Loose ball. And a foul called against Lockard. That could have been easily an over and back. And that's the third on Colin Lockard. They'll inbound in front of the scorer's table with Cody Carl. Carl back up for Combs as Scott Kuntz gets ready to check in for Colin Lockard. And we have another foul. This one's on Jamin Graham. That's his third. So 3 Hawks with 3 fouls. And Carl to inbound again. And he'll get it back from Combs. Over to the far side. They work it in the middle of the lane. That shot's good. Little runner for Taylor Bottomley. And that puts Harrisburg ahead for the first time in this ball game with 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Listen to this Harrisburg crowd. Here's Graham to Hall, to now Kevin Hammett. Mark Frank with it. Frank gives up his dribble, kicks it to Jamin Graham, who tips it to Landon Hall. He goes off the glass. No, I thought it was going to fall, but the foul is called. And the foul, and that's on Taylor Bottomley, his third. Hawks trail by a point here early in the third quarter. Shot good for Hall. The game is tied. 7 points for Landon Hall. Chance to make it 8 and give the Hawks back a slim lead. And he does. Here's Carl in the backcourt. Over to Freeman, now across the line. Got away from Combs momentarily, got back control and gets it to Carl. Carl angles to the far side, kicks it back near side for Brendan Gray. Gets it in the middle of the lane. That shot's up and good for Bottomley. Back ahead by a point are the Bulldogs. Hall into the far corner for Hammett. Gets it to Kuntz. No foul called. Hammett's turnaround shot is good. Back and forth we go. Kevin Hammett, first 2 points of the night. Carl gets to Combs. He's going to try the tray. That one is short, and the rebound pulled in by Landon Hall. Hawks with it back, trying to add to their 1 point lead. Landon Hall weaves his way up, and it's knocked out of bounds by Brendan Gray. So Frank to inbound. Gets it to Jamin Graham in the backcourt. He's across the line with Carl on him. Graham over to the far side for Kevin Hammett. Hammett, corner, stolen. Lob pass taken back by Frank, who had it stolen away from him. Here's Graham, little reach in, not called. Into the near corner for Landon Hall. Gets it center of the lane for Kuntz, no. Hall the rebound. His put back, no, but a foul will send Landon back to the line. Keep going, Landon, keep going. Talbert ready to check back in after the first shot from Landon Hall. A couple of deep breaths before he gets the ball. And Hall eyes the bucket, puts it up, and scores. 2 point lead for the Hawks. Talbert checks in for Hammett. If this is what they're going to give you, take them. Second shot, good as well. Landon Hall having a nice night from the free throw line. The lead is 3 for Clopton. Here's Carl with it, across the line. Skips it back near side for Freeman. Back up top for Combs. Combs with Hall in his face. Over to the far side for Cody Carl. Carl all the way around the lane, kicks it back to the far side. Shot off the glass is no good. Missed by Bottomley, and here comes Graham for the Hawks. Weaves his way up the court, kicks it near side. Frank thought about three, lost control. Gets it to Graham off the glass and good. Jamin Graham. He's got 11 points tonight. Stolen by Frank, and he's on the run to the hoop. Swatted away. Ball goes to the floor. Again, tipped and taken by Landon Hall. Good defense. Now it's stolen again. Turnaround shot is good for Brandon Gray. He's got 5 points in the quarter. Jamin Graham gives it to Talbert. Now to Hall. Landon. Center of the lane. Kuntz. No, but a foul will send Scott Kuntz to the line. Every time Clopton's going in, they're drawing a foul almost, and this one's the third on Trey Freeman. Ooh, fourth, rather. I say fourth on Trey Freeman. So he'll come out. Substitutions coming for the Bulldogs, and the shot is good. Kuntz with 7 points. So Freeman checks out as well as Taylor Bottomley. So that's all they're scoring here in the third quarter. He hit them both. Kuntz with 8 points. Hawks continue to be good from the line here since the start of the second quarter. 43-38, Clopton leads. Carl and Hall stare each other down. They get it to the far side for Combs. They put a double team on him. It's the near side for Cody Carl. Carl skips it back to the near side. They're going to put up the tray. Flat-footed. No. Putback, though, is good for Connor McBride. His first 2 points tonight. 3-point Clopton lead. Talbert gets it to Frank. Over to the far side for Landon Hall. Good spin move to get away from Carl. And a foul going to be called again. This one's against the Hawks. Or they said he lost it out of bounds. No foul called. To the near side. Graham falls down. Carl to the near side again. They get it out. Carl for three. It's good. Oh, my goodness. We're tied. Cody Carl with the tray. His second tray tonight. He's got 12 points from the point position. 43 all with 1:50 left in the third. Here's Frank. Back to Graham, center of the lane. They kick it down to Talbert, and he's fouled. Going to be on Sublett. It is his second. So Talbert back to the line. He struggled from there tonight. And he misses the first. Still stuck on 8 points. He's been there since the first quarter. 1:44 to go, quarter number 3. The second shot for Talbert. No good. Missed them both. Rebound pulled in by McBride, and he gets it off for Combs. Combs to the near side for Gray. Gray, with 1.5 to go, eyes Mark Frank. He's going to try and take it all the way to the baseline. He shorted his shot. Frank the rebound. And here come the Hawks. Good head and shoulders fake. Kicks it down to Talbert. Talbert, his shot from the baseline's no good. It's pulled down by Combs. Combs put a shoulder into Kuntz. Harrisburg fans wanted a foul. This is a three. It's long this time for Carl. Rebound goes out high, and it's taken away by Jamin Graham. Good work by Graham defensively for the Hawks. And a foul going to be called on Cody Carl. His second, team's fifth already. 57.9 seconds to go in the quarter. Back into the ball game is Colton James. He replaces Brendan Gray. Hall inbounds to Jamin Graham. Jamin surveys the scene for the Hawks to the far side. For Frank, back to Graham. Bounce pass for Landon Hall. Thought about the three, gets it back to Jamin. And Graham gets it back to Frank into a double team. Near corner for Stephen Talbert. 35 seconds to go. They kick it out. Here's Frank for three. Rims out. Rebound taken away by Harrisburg, and they have a chance to take the lead here. Here's Cody to the... an offensive foul called on Cody Carl. That's his third. Late call, but they call the charge. Oh my goodness, Harrisburg fans going crazy. Hawks with the ball, still have the lead, wipe the point off the board. Here's Talbert. 15 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Will we be tied, or will one of these teams have a lead? Graham over the far side. Down to 5 seconds. Here's Graham for three. It's long, and it hits the support system with 1.4 on the clock. So it's going to take something special for Harrisburg to get the lead at the end of the third quarter. They've done enough just tying it. They trail by 4 at the half. Long pass, intercepted. And off the shot clock by Scott Kuntz. We've played 3, we're tied at 43. The Hawks and the Bulldogs, Clopton and Harrisburg, headed to the fourth, all knotted up in this men's Class 2 MSHSAA basketball quarterfinal on TribCast.
Whether buying or selling a home, business, or property, you'll need the services of a qualified real estate professional. Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana can help with every step of the buying or selling process. Contact Penrod Real Estate at 754-6922 or stop by their office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana and see how their friendly professional staff can make your dreams come true. Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana, a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Whether you are ready for a retirement home or care recovering from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana can provide assisted living to keep you active, safe, and healthy. Lynn's Heritage House offers a beautiful country setting, private and semi-private rooms with bathroom, a low resident to staff ratio, is Medicaid accepted with an RN available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Ask about the Legacy, the special care unit for Alzheimer's patients. Elegant, affordable assisted living. Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane, Louisiana.
Start of the fourth quarter. Let's get a check of the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Clopton outscored by the Bulldogs 14-10 in the third quarter. This game is tied. 12 points now for Cody Carl, 10 for Cade Combs. Those are the top 2 scorers for Harrisburg. And continue to make an impact as Carl can't hit the runner. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Bulldogs. 8 points for Taylor Bottomley, 5 for Brendan Gray, 4 for Trey Freeman, 2 each for Ethan Sublett and Connor McBride. That's all the scoring for Harrisburg. For Clopton, 11 points for Jamin Graham, as Combs goes to the hoop and scores. Cade Combs now with 12 points. 10 points for Landon Hull, 8 for Scott Kuntz off the bench tonight. 7 points for Stephen Talbert. As Graham has the ball, kicks it off for Kuntz. Back to Graham. To the near side for Frank. Thought about the three, gets it to the corner for Landon Hall. Hall back to Frank. To Kuntz, down to Talbert. Talbert fouled. Yes! Got the shot to fall. And he'll head to the line. Talbert with 9 points. Chance to make it 10. All right, Kuntz with 8. 4 points for Mark Frank, 2 for Kevin Hammett, and a point for Colin Lockard tonight. That completes our scoring, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. That crop insurance deadline is March 15th. Get yourself straightened out at Young Enterprises, Inc. of New Hartford. Talbert at the line, trying to complete a 3-point play to give the Hawks back the lead, and he does. 46-45. 90 points combined now between the two clubs. We're in the fourth quarter, minute gone. Over to the far side. Skip pass near side. Thought about the three, now goes to the baseline. It's taken away by Talbert. Good two-man effort there with Frank. Here's Hammett for the Hawks. Gives up his dribble. Gets it back to Colin Lockhart. Now to Talbert. Talbert fouled. He'll head back to the line. This foul on number 40, Kyler McBride. They say that's 3 on Connor. 8th team foul against the Bulldogs, and Talbert short. Hawks need this one to get that 2-point lead. Second shot for Steven. Good. 47-45, Clopton leads. Minute 20 gone. Free throw line now back to Cody Carl. To Gray again, free throw line for Sublett. He can't hit the shot. Tip up, almost went in. And it's hauled down by Landon Hall. Hall in a double team. To Hammett. Hammett to Mark Frank. Frank to Colin Lockhart. Back to Frank. Frank going to go to the hoop. Kick it off last second to Lockhart. His shot no good. Blocked by McBride. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Hawks by 2. Little underhand shot is good for Gray. He's got 7 points. And again, we're tied. Frank to Hammett. Free throw line. Now back up top to Frank. Frank to Hammett. Thought about the three. Works it inside. Shot, no, but a foul will send Stephen Talbert back to the strike. 2 of 4 in the quarter for 11 points. Back into the ball game is number 42, Taylor Bottomley, with 3 fouls. Checking out is McBride. That was the 9th foul, so the next one will be a double bonus. This is a 2-shot foul regardless, as he was shooting on the play. And the shot is good. Clopton back ahead. 48-47 Hawks. 2.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. They hit them both. All right, Steven. Keep trending upward from that free throw line. Carl to the near side, and it's tipped. And out of bounds. Out of bounds is Frank. Boy, he about got it. What a defensive play by Mark Frank. Referee was right there. Freeman comes back into the ball game and inbounds the ball to Cody Carl for the Bulldogs in a 2-point game. 5:15 to go. He's on the run to the free throw line, loses control on the floor, and it's knocked into the backcourt. That'll knock some time off the clock down to 5:10. Oh, what a no-look pass there, and a foul whistled against the Hawks. The foul is on Colin Lockhart, his 4th. And 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Cade Combs to inbound for Harrisburg. He goes far side. And it's out of bounds. Stays with Harrisburg. Good work down low by Talbert and Hall that time, but can't come up with the steal. Jamin Graham coming in. He'll replace Colin Lockhart. Jamin's got 44, coach says. Turnaround shot. That one's long. Rebound Talbert. They'll give it to Jamin Graham to bring up the floor. A couple of reach-ins there, not called. And Graham goes to the far side with it to Kevin Hammett. Hawks by 2. Starting to get late. Graham to the near side for Talbert. Down low to Frank, back to Talbert. They'll get it back out to Jamin Graham. Graham to the far side, and Hammett can't handle it. Out of bounds, back to these Harrisburg Bulldogs. This game far from over. From Moberly. Winner goes to the Final Four in Columbia starting on Thursday at the Hearn Center. Carl, everyone let him go, and he can't hit the shot. Hall with the rebound for Clopton. Gets it to Frank. Free throw line to the near side for Talbert. Talbert kicks it back to Jamin Graham, and a foul going to be whistled on Cody Carl. That's his 4th. 4 on Carl, and a 2-shot foul for Jamin Graham. So Jamin heads back to the free throw line. 11 points tonight. First shot rattles home. 3-point lead for the Hawks. And a dozen in the books for Jamin. 5 of those from the free throw line. Second shot. He stays perfect, 6 for 6. 13 points for Jamin. And a 4-point Hawk lead. On the run, here's a blocking foul called against Landon Hall, and that's Hall's 3rd, I believe. We'll get the official word. It is. And back to the line is Cade Combs. He's hit 4 in a row from there after missing his first of the night. It'll be a 2-shot opportunity. He's got 12 points. First shot, good. 3-point game. 3 in the quarter for Combs. Second shot, good as well. Frank across the line, over to Hammett, has to roll it to Talbert, now gets it back. Back to Landon Hall, 3:40 to go in regulation. He gives it to Jamin Graham. Hall, shot up and good. Somehow got it to roll down. Landon Hall, he's got a dozen. Into the front court for Combs. Near the 3-point line, it's intercepted by Talbert. Ahead for Frank. And a travel called against Mark Frank. And a timeout taken by Coach Steve Combs and the Bulldogs with 3:16 to go in regulation. Clopton leads his men's Class II quarterfinal 53-49 on TribCast.
Mid-America Auto and Towing, your one stop for complete automotive services, including new tires with wholesale pricing. A great line of used cars and trucks are available with financing for everyone. Buy here and pay here on select models. And now, Mid-America Auto and Towing is your local U-Haul headquarters. Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, call 324-9919.
Danny Orff Contracting, Pike County and surrounding areas construction and remodeling experts. At Danny Orff Contracting, we specialize in construction and remodeling contractor services. We offer free estimates. We have back-to-back scheduling to complete the job promptly and professionally, on time and on budget. If you have a construction project in mind, turn to Danny Orff Contracting. Call today at 573-470-4925.
Just 3:16 remains in regulation of this Class II quarterfinal, and the Clopton Hawks lead it 53-49. Late from the timeout is Harrisburg. They haven't put the ball on the floor and started counting yet. A lot of extra time on that timeout. Harrisburg, Carl almost fell after Jamin Graham went flying by. Gets it into the offensive end for Combs. Cade Combs gets a pick. Center of the lane. Shot is good. Cade Combs makes it a 2-point game. 53-51. Here come the Hawks with Landon Hall. Hall stops. Into the near corner for Talbert. Drops it down low. Back across to Frank. His shot no good. And the rebound goes to Taylor Bottomley for the Bulldogs. They could tie or take the lead with a 3 here. 2:35 on the clock. 53-51. Clopton leads. Harrisburg fans start to rise to their feet. Shot up. Good. That's Combs again. He's been good in crunch time, and we're knotted at 53. Here's Frank in the backcourt. For the Hawks, gives it up to Jamin Graham. Graham slowly across the line with 2:17 remaining. Over to the far side for Kevin Hammett. Back to Jamin Graham. Graham to the near side for Mark Frank. Frank. Back to Jamin. Jamin Graham. Bounce pass to Frank on the near side. We got a Hall in the corner. He gives it back up to Hammett. Hammett to Frank. Timeout taken with 1:51 remaining in regulation. We're tied at 53. Clopton and Harrisburg. More coming up on TribCast.
High school sports and Pepsi have gone hand in hand for as long as one can remember. Pepsi is proud to support our area high school teams this year and proud to be a part of another postseason run. Come along, enjoy the ride, and be sure to raise an ice-cold Pepsi for these amazing student athletes. Here's to a great tournament from Pepsi Cola Bottling of Bowling Green.
The friendly and caring staff at Advanced Eye Care have just one goal in mind: to provide professional eye care for the entire family. From comprehensive eye exams to management of glaucoma and cataracts, refractive surgery to specialty contact lenses, you can count on Advanced Eye Care to provide vision for a lifetime. 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Winfield, and Troy, or visit online at aecmo.com. Doctors Denise Harvey and Jessica Downs and staff hope to see you soon at Advanced Eye Care.
Video coverage of the Class 2 quarterfinal brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road. We're just down the road from the finale here at Moberly Area Community College. All knotted at 53 here late in the fourth. Under 2 minutes to go. Clopton with the ball, trying to get that lead back. They get it to Kevin Hammett. Thought about taking the 3. Now gives up his dribble. Gives up the ball to Jamin Graham. Graham over to the far side for Mark Frank. Frank back up top for Kevin Hammett. Hammett, little shake and bake move. Gives it up to Jamin Graham. Just not much room right there for Clopton. Graham gives it back to Mark Frank. Minute 28 to go as they kill some clock on this possession. Here's Hammett to Hall. Landon back up to Jamin Graham. Double team out to prevent him from the 3. Hall back up to Frank. He thought about the trade, didn't take it. Over to Kevin Hammett. Hammett to Jamin Graham. Graham finds his way to Hall off the glass and good. Landon Hall with 2 more. He's got 14. And here come the Bulldogs with 1 minute remaining in regulation. Combs to the near side, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Talbert on the last touch. Steven. Another good defensive play. After a tough first half, he has rebounded with a great second half. Here's Combs. Stops, loses the handle, but they're going to call a foul. It's going to be on Talbert? No. It's going to be on Hall, and that's his 4th. 48.2 on the clock, and back to the line is Cade Combs. He's been perfect since he opened the night with a loss. 6 for his last 6 from the free throw line, and this shot is good. It's a 1-point game. 48.2 seconds on the clock. If he misses, Clopton gets the rebound. Yeah, it went the other way to the baseline and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Harrisburg with 44.2, 1-point game. Clopton almost had that rebound. Instead, it'll be Harrisburg ball with a chance to take the lead. 42 seconds to go. To the baseline and back up top. They're going to try and play for the last shot here with 36 seconds on the clock. Here's Combs. Combs with 30 seconds to go. It all comes down to this. 27 on the clock. Here's Combs. Talbert out on him. Goes to the hoop and scores. Back the other way, 15 seconds, 1-point game. Travel called against Frank, and it's going back. It's going back to Harrisburg with 12.8 up by a point. He tried to put on the brakes. It didn't happen. Full court pressure. Timeout taken by Coach Combs. Clopton trailing by 1. And Frank is beside himself. Coach says, get focused. It's over. Let's play for the next play. We'll take a break, come back with more on TribCast.
Meyer Implement Company, your Kubota dealer in Bowling Green, invites everyone to attend this week's postseason games. As an authorized Kubota dealer, Meyer Implement is proud to offer a full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, construction equipment, and mowers to make life a little easier on the farm or in your backyard. Proudly serving the area since 1939, Meyer Implement Company is proud to help sponsor this year's tournament on TribCast. Here's to a great week from your Kubota dealer, Meyer Implement Company of Bowling Green.
Just 12.8 on the clock. Clopton needs that ball back. Cannot surrender a point here. They need the ball back, trailing by 1. On the far side, Harrisburg set to inbound. They get it in. Ball stolen by Jamin Graham. He goes to the hoop and scores! Yes, Jamin Graham puts the Hawks ahead on a steal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 6.8 seconds to go. Clopton ahead, 57-56. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2 on TribCast.
Hair care for the entire family. That's PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can make everybody look their best. Walk-ins always welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ's Salon is your full-service salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in soon at PJ's Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana.
State licensed and Medicare, Medicaid certified, Moorpike Nursing Home in Bowling Green is where people really care. Serving the area for 50 years, Moorpike Nursing Home provides long-term care, constant monitoring, and 24-hour-a-day availability of doctors, nurses, and care aides. Call for more information, 573-324-5281. Moorpike Nursing Home, 300 South St. Charles in Bowling Green. Wishing the best to all in this year's postseason competition. Martha Moore and Pam Meyer, administrators.
They put it over a full second back on the clock. 8.1 remaining. It was 6.8 when we went to break. They do get it in. Pass ahead of the pack, and in. Timeout taken, Clopton. 2.8. I think they'll put it to over 3. But what a rush by Cade Combs to put Harrisburg back ahead by 1. 58-57. Our final break. When we come back, Clopton needs a point on TribCast.
Is your slow internet driving you crazy? Don't suffer any longer. Exceed Internet delivers download speeds up to 12 megs, 4 times faster than average DSL. It's a whole new ballgame from yesterday's satellite internet, and it's available right now in our area. Exceed Internet comes directly to your home or business from satellite. So stop waiting and wishing for high-speed internet. Exceed is available from your local dealer today.
See Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green for details. 1300 Business 61 South, 324-3722. Serving Pike County for nearly 70 years, Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana is proud to support our area high school sports teams. Collier Funeral Home salutes the accomplishments and hard work of our student athletes this season. Here's to a great state tournament from Collier Funeral Home in Louisiana. Collier Funeral Home, helping families connect, honor, and remember.
They added almost a full second. 3.4 on the clock for the Hawks to try and tie or take the lead and win this ball game. They trail 58-57. 3.4 seconds remain in this Class 2 quarterfinal, and what a fourth quarter it's been. What a second half it's been. Heroics by Jamin Graham. They go to Talbert. 1.6. He throws it up. That's it. Harrisburg has won this ball game and blocked the Clopton Hawks from reaching the Final Four. Our final 58-57. Congratulations to Coach Steve Combs and his Harrisburg Bulldogs. And congratulations to Coach Craig Smith and his Hawks on a fantastic season. The final 58-57. We'll be back with the Sterling Lumber Company TribCast postgame after this.
Reed Insurance Agency, your one stop for all your insurance needs. Home, health, life, auto, crop, and all your business needs. With many years of experience, let Marla at Reed Insurance Agency give you a free quote. Stop in and talk to Reed Insurance Agency at 1500 Business Highway 54, Bowling Green, or call 573-324-3500. Proud of our area teams this season.
This year, why not let the friendly, experienced staff at Tax and Accounting Solutions in Louisiana take the stress out of doing your taxes? To set up your appointment, just call 754-4647 and rest assured that Tax and Accounting Solutions can be your tax solution. Offering free e-filing, individual and business return preparation, senior citizens credits, and more. Tanya Shepard and her staff will work hard to see that your taxes are done right and at a fair price. Tax and Accounting Solutions, LLC, 812 Georgia in Louisiana. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us are looking for ways to save energy, but please don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a down power line after a storm. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water and don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
It's time for the Sterling Lumber TribCast postgame, brought to you by Sterling Lumber in Louisiana, the worldwide leader in ground protection matting and environmental access.
1 point. Clopton season comes to an end here in the quarterfinals at the hands of a very good Harrisburg team, and congratulations to Steve Combs and his Bulldogs, and best of luck to them in the final two rounds of the state tournament at Columbia next weekend. They did what they needed to do. It took every bit of their talent and luck to beat Clopton here 58-57. A final runner by Cade Combs, the length of the floor. The difference in this one, Hawks got it back. Talbert got it to about half court, threw up a prayer. Maybe he could have gone in a little bit farther, maybe, but I mean, you gotta hand it to the Bulldogs. Good defense, good full court defense prevented them from getting the home run pass to something a little more manageable there at the end. Our final scoring numbers are brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Akey and Ken Fiends, Asco and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. First for the Bulldogs, they move on with the 1 point win. They had 23 points from Cade Combs, including, get this, 13 in the fourth quarter. That's what stars do. They come on at the end. 12 points for Cody Carl, 8 points for Taylor Bottomley, 7 for Brendan Gray, 4 points for Trey Freeman, 2 for Connor McBride, and 2 for Ethan Sublett in this ball game. For the Clopton Hawks, they had 2 points from Kevin Hammett, a point from Colin Lockard tonight. He was in foul trouble most of the ball game. 4 points for Mark Frank, 8 for Scott Kuntz, 13 for Stephen Talbert, 14 for Landon Hall, and 15 for Jamin Graham, including that steal and score in the final 10 seconds that put Clopton ahead before they called the timeout and got the game winner on the next possession. So there is our scoring, our final scoring numbers of the 2016-2017 basketball season, brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, A.K. and Ken Feeds, Ask Growing DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. And tonight's Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game is brought to you by Community State Banks of Bowling Green and Troy, serving their neighbors since 1887. And it goes to one of the seniors, the sixth man for this team, off the bench. He played a lot of minutes tonight. Jamin Graham, 15 points to lead the way for the Hawks. And, boy, he was fantastic defensively. Came up with a number of turnovers, some rebounds, and eventually a shot that put him ahead in the final 10 seconds. So Jamin is our player of the game, our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game. And what a pleasure it's been to watch Jamin, Colin Lockard, Stephen Talbert, Kevin Hammett, Mark Frank this season. What a group of kids. And for a senior to take that six-man role like Jamin did, absolutely fantastic. But we're going to miss this group of Hammett, Frank, Lockard, Talbert, and Graham. They've been fun to watch the last 4 years, and Clopton's going to miss them a lot as well. So that'll do it. Baseball up next on TribCast. The season starts the 21st. And we'll try and get to you some early season games, weather permitting. I know the long-term forecast is already calling for some ice that morning. So we'll see if they get those games in. It's the spring. It's Missouri. Anything can happen. So we'll see you next on the Baseball Diamond here on TribCast. And thank you to all our area coaches, student athletes, and all the folks watching TribCast this season for making it another great year of basketball here from the People's Tribune newspaper. From everyone at the Trib, we thank you for watching here on the peoplestribune.com. Good night from Moberly, everybody.